What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, December 23rd, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Hope you guys all had a great solstice. Hope you had a great weekend and are ready to kick this week off. I'm still doing that solstice sale, so if you're interested in a reading, $100 off, you can email me. There's a description in the description below this video with an email. So if you're interested, get at me. And let's look at the astrology for Monday. We're going to see a moon in Libra, going through that mid section of Libra, right at that balance point, if you will. And I would say with good aspects to Mercury, and also making some grand trine energy to the two benefics, Jupiter and Venus in Aquarius and Gemini. Today is such a mentally balanced day. We want to really find our mental balance. This is about people in our lives, relationship. This is about money. It's about the truth, and it's about factual things too. And it's about an emotional intelligence that can get us closer to the things that are better for us in life and that are more expansive. And I think if we're mentally in a bad place, with Mercury still in shadow here, coming off, well, really sitting on Antares here, where we had the new moon, right, for Sagittarius season, which we're waning and closing that cycle, there's a lot of sort of past stuff coming up, maybe with people, and we want to be able to express ourselves with this sextile. Being able to express ourselves, being able to emotionally find balance and equilibrium between our emotions and our mind and our personal life, our personal affairs. This is where we can come to a lot of really good compromise, really good, finding solutions, making things equal and fair. And I think that that's really positive. We're seeing nice aspects in the morning to Mars, and coming off that third quarter square, there's just a lot. There's a lot of rebalancing, and a lot of it too is with the sun squaring the nodes. A lot of things that kicked off during the eclipse cycle that could be getting finally kind of put into clarity and into balance. Maybe things have been a little out of balance lately, a little wonky. It's Mars retrograde. We just came off a Mercury retrograde. A lot of Neptune energy in the chart as well. And that can feel diluted. We can feel confused and tired, in a lot of ways. So this is like getting mentally back on track, finding equilibrium, handling imbalances. The moon's going to quincunx Saturn in Pisces, and we need to deal with certain things to find balance right now. It can be things we don't want to look at. It could be subconscious things. It could be different patterns, different relationship stuff. But in the end, like emotional compromise and some sense of empathy for all sides can go a long way into, I think, getting certain things done and handled in a very responsible way. It's Capricorn season, and we're dealing with a lot of other people's stuff right now. That's like a lot of what this is. It was a south node eclipse, solar eclipse in Libra, and we're at the midpoint, of that, and sun square these nodes, and we want to be able to use that Aries energy and I think take accountability for our actions. North node in Aries, we might not have done things that were the best, or we might have, started relationships that didn't work out, or we might have ended relationships. Things can be coming back up from that time in October, from the fall, and we want to just take accountability for our actions, right? Be responsible, handle business, have empathy, figure out ways that every, side can win, and ultimately, take charge for what's going to put you in balance. Today's definitely like a balanced day, but we got to get our emotions in alignment with our mind. So the only way to really find balance outside of ourselves is to balance our internal, right? And today's a really good checkpoint on can we balance our internal stuff? Can we say the things that need to be said? Can we be emotionally and mentally clear enough within ourselves to have some self-understanding and not be maybe swayed one way or the other? If you can, I think that, this Monday can start off on a really good foot, a really good note, and kind of get the ball rolling. But I think if we're hiding from the places in life that are out of balance, or, overly being codependent on someone else's life and lead, then we're going to feel even more lost. And we might feel like a lot of time maybe since it's Capricorn season has been wasted when it hasn't. Like everything happens for growth, good or bad. So remember that. Try not to feel like crushed from things that are out of our control. I think that quincunx to Saturn and Pisces is very much like some people aren't going to feel the same way you do. Some people are going to be sensitive. You have to know what's yours and what isn't yours right now, and be very accountable for what's yours, but also not let what isn't yours amplify and like blow up something that gets you feeling some type of way about yourself. If it's like some kind of a lack or some kind of a self-undoing that's mental, like stay away from that energy. And we do want to find compromise today. So like try your best to be you, do you, move forward with, life in your own way, but try to see the other side. And I think the moon meeting with Lilith and also Venus trine Lilith, today is balance isn't just like you getting your way with everything. Like there has to be some compromise. So it really is like a tricky day of like knowing what's yours, what isn't, how to balance out what's right for you, but also to compromise, to hear other sides, and to have some sort of like negotiation, almost like a peace treaty, if you will, instead of it's only balanced if it's my way. Because I think we all know that that doesn't necessarily bode well for relationships either, and that's why Libra can be very extreme in its own right, and relating can be very extreme. So, yeah. Hope you have a great Monday. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I think the trick is finding that mental direction right now and the mental balance. It's almost like it's not totally time to start new things yet, even though it's a solstice and we're in cardinal season now, cardinal earth, winter. We're still closing out a Sagittarius lunar cycle, and there's a lot of mental stuff that's been happening, especially with Jupiter and Mercury that are going to oppose they've already opposed themselves each other twice. There's another one coming. There's a whole new lunar cycle getting ready to start in a week. So it's almost like we have to go back and recover some steps before we can really start the new steps. And even with the sun square the nodes, like understand what's important right now. Try to balance things and get your own self in balance as well. And there's going to be a lot more clarity of like directions that need to be taken, but we got to use both the south node and the north node in some ways today, especially with that square. And like there has to be some kind of compromise, but you also can't give up your sense of self and direction. I think we find clarity through expression and just different wants and needs that we want to relate to the outside world so that we can get a clear reflection back, right? I love you guys. Have a beautiful Monday. I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.